My name is Floyd Marinescu. I'm the founder of UBI Works, a nonprofit that promotes basic income in Canada, and the CEO of C4 Media, a company that helps software development teams adopt new technologies and practices. From the proceeds of my business, which I co-founded in my mid-20s, I'm able to fund UBI Works to try and make basic income happen in this country. How was I able to do this? Well, in university, I was part of a small startup, the proceeds of which I was able to invest to create a passive income, a basic income, just enough to cover basic needs, just enough to address a strong financial insecurity that I always felt, having been a child of immigrant family, working class, where money was always a source of stress and anxiety. And I knew that I had to get over that fear if I was to be able to take a chance on myself, start a business, or dream about things beyond just having a safe job. So basic income was part of my success story. And I want everyone to have the opportunity to pursue their potential, regardless of what kind of environment they were raised with, what hand they were dealt. And this is also the aspiration of a number of other CEOs for basic income. In 2018, I led a group of 120 Canadian CEOs to endorse basic income. Their stories, their reasons were quite varied. A number of them told me that they effectively had a basic income guarantee provided by their extended family that allowed them to focus on a new idea. A couple of these CEOs who were of a non-Caucasian background told me that when they were in university, hustling, trying to make it work, it was mostly the children of rich white families that were thinking about and talking about entrepreneurship. And they want to see the opportunities to start a business be available to everyone. And yet another I know was a couple that got fired from the bank as tellers, and in a combination of employment insurance as well as self-employment grants, effectively gave them a basic income for 2 years, in which they were able to think long-term, think about ideas, try things, make mistakes, and in the end now they became multi-millionaires, building a multi-million-dollar business that has more than contributed back the tax revenue that they received in those grants. So these are the stories. This is what could be possible for Canada if everyone has a basic income. Enough to buy time to think long-term, relieve the financial anxiety of living check to check in an environment where technology, frankly, is reducing the middle class and increasing low-income and low-quality jobs. We need something to restore pathways to the middle class, restore entrepreneurship. As the Fraser Institute points out, that new business starts are 18% lower than they were 20 years ago. And the stats are even worse in the US, as our economy is becoming more unequal, with less money going to wage earners being spent in the economy. We need basic income to create the next generation of entrepreneurs, and we've seen the numbers in a number of basic income pilots. It's basic income, including CERB itself, has been associated with starting new businesses, thinking about entrepreneurship, making better decisions for better wages, and bettering oneself. So that's part of the reason why I started UBI Works, to create a country where everyone can pursue their potential, where we can weather transitions like COVID, like the next wave of automation that will take out jobs, so people will always have opportunity and can pursue their potential in life. Why do you think we need a basic income? What would you do? What would you aspire to differently if you had long-term income security and the psychological safety that would create? Tell me in the comments.